Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we are getting into the massive slate of Netflix K-dramas from 2025.
It's an absolutely huge list this year.
Yeah, so our mission is to cut through the noise and give you a quick guide to the absolute must-watch gems so you know exactly where to start.
And you really need a guide this year. The quality just went up so dramatically. We're seeing this shift away from pure formula,
Towards what, exactly?
more investment in really nuanced, character-driven stories. Everything from, generational sagas to genuinely dark thrillers.
Okay, let's unpack this, starting with probably the biggest critical darling of the year.
Yeah.
When Life Gives You Tangerines.
Oh, this one it was a monumental success. It's a 16-episode generational saga set on Jeju Island.
In the 1960s, right?
Exactly. And the anticipation was insane because it came from the writer of When the Camellia Blooms and the director
Of My Mister, an iconic series.
Exactly. So the pedigree was just off the charts.
The premise itself seems pretty simple, though. A decades-long love story between a rebellious poet and a quiet, steadfast guy. 16 episodes of that felt like a bit of a risk, no?
It was a calculated risk. And it totally paid off because the emotional depth was there from scene one. The dual casting was brilliant.
Tell us about that.
You had IU and Park Bo-gum as the young lovers, and then they transitioned to Moon So-ri and Park Hae-joon for the older versions. It just gave the whole story this immediate weight.
And it paid off critically. I mean, the award.
Oh, it cleaned up. It took home Best Drama, Best Screenplay, and major acting awards at the Baeksang Arts Awards.
Which is like the Korean Golden Globes, for anyone who doesn't know.
Right. So phenomenal recognition. And the key thing the critics pointed to was its cultural authenticity.
Many.
The use of the Jeju dialect. The focus on the island's unique history. It wasn't just set dressing, it was the heart of the story. It showed that regional specifics can have massive global appeal.
Absolutely. Okay, so from that sweeping epic, let's pivot to something much more internal. You and everything else.
A totally different vibe, yeah. This one is a limited series, and it's just raw, intimate storytelling.
It's about a long-term female friendship, which you don't always see as the central plot.
Decades long, yeah, between a writer and a producer. And their relationship is defined by this mix of deep admiration and some pretty intense jealousy.
It feels very real.
It is. And the catalyst is that they reconnect when one of them is terminally ill, forcing them to confront everything. With Kim Go-eun and Park Ji-yoon leading, it just lands so powerfully.
It really excels at exploring that kind of platonic long-term relationship with honesty.
And mortality. It's
Yeah.
focused, it's honest, and because it's a limited series, it's just devastatingly moving.
All right, now for a complete tonal whiplash, we have to talk about Queen Mantis.
Oh, yeah. The extreme end of the drama spectrum.
It takes this classic mother-son dynamic and just twists it into something incredibly dark.
A brilliant high-concept thriller. The plot is just,
Right.
It's so high stakes. A cop, Cha Soo-yeol, has to get help catching a copycat killer.
And the only person who can help is his estranged mother.
Who just happens to be the original Mantis serial killer from 20 years ago.
It's such a wild premise, but it's that mother-son dynamic that really drives it, I think.
Completely. It's an 8-episode dive into legacy, evil, and moral ambiguity. It's all about whether a killer can ever be redeemed.
Or if their twisted insight is the only thing that can do some good in the end. It avoids all the standard thriller tropes.
It's way more of a psychological deep dive than a whodunit.
So those three are the absolute headliners, but the whole 2025 slate was pretty diverse.
For sure. We also saw the action noir Mercy for None.
With So Ji-sup, another big movie star making that jump to a Netflix series.
Exactly. And the historical drama Dear Hungrang, there was a lot to choose from.
So quick guide, if you're deciding what to watch first, what's your advice?
Okay, my advice is this. If you want a nostalgic, character-led drama with that slow burn pacing, start with When Life Gives You Tangerines.
Got it. And for tension.
For morally complex psychological tension, it has to be Queen Mantis.
And what if you want something more intimate?
Then you go for You and Everything Else. For that raw, honest story about friendship. It's the clear choice.
So when you pull back and look at it all, what's the big picture here? What does this slate tell us?
I think it proves K-dramas are succeeding by choosing authenticity over, some generic global formula.
Right. Whether it's the regional dialect in Tangerines or the painful honesty of a friendship, the depth is what's winning.
Which is great to see. And that leads to our final provocative thought for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
Considering the massive success of Tangerines using the unique Jeju dialect and culture, Which other regional Korean cultures or maybe specific historical periods do you think deserve the deep dive treatment next?